Hey guys, so in my last video, I was telling you guys about how I wasn't feeling too well for the last 2 months, and that's why I basically wasn't uploading videos on a regular basis. And I'm also kind of like changing the direction of where my videos are kind of going. So I won't be really doing any kind of reaction videos any longer. I feel like it's not really suited to my kind of personality, I guess you could say. But it was really fun doing those videos. But anyways, the point of the video is to let you guys know that the reason why I was so sick and not feeling well is because I am pregnant, guys! Look at this! Oh, I don't know if you guys can see. So yeah, there's my bum. So, I am officially 17 weeks as of the filming of this video, and yeah, so to talk a little bit about my symptoms, I was having morning sickness since the start of 6 weeks, and it kind of lasted up until about 12 to 13 weeks or so. So it kind of subsided around a 13-week mark, and yeah, it's much more different from my first pregnancy, where my first pregnancy, I was having morning sickness basically since the beginning of my pregnancy up until like 6.5 months or so. So that was pretty rough. But this time around, even though my morning sickness only lasted for like 6 or 7 weeks, I've been very, very tired. So, but the exhaustion has kind of subsided too. Like it's not too bad now that I'm in my second trimester. Just to give you kind of a little tidbit and information session on how I got pregnant so fast. So it took me 2 months to get pregnant realistically. So as soon as I came back from our trip, our vacation, me and my husband, we basically started trying. So I was always on birth control pills and was on birth control pills pretty much since I had my daughter or so, something like that. I was using this Flow app. So I'll plug it in later and I'll show you guys kind of what it looks like. So it's a Flow app. Basically, you input your last pregnancy, the start date of your last pregnancy, and how long and how many days your period lasts for, how long in between, what's the average duration or how many days in between your cycles on average that you usually have your periods for. So from one period lasting to another period, is it 28 days, is it 30 days, is it 35 days, or is it irregular? The Flow app itself will basically use those markers and those numbers to kind of calculate when is your ovulation point, your ovulation period, when the egg is supposed to come through the fallopian tubes into the uterus and shed, of course. That's when you have your period. So it will calculate your ovulation period, and the best times, it's usually 5 to 7 days leading up to your ovulation period, and around that time that it's the best time for you and your partner to get intimate. And that's basically what I went off of, is the Flow app. And a lot of people recommended those apps too when I was reading online on Reddit. And I think their biggest giveaway was don't try to do it every day because it'll deplete the sperm count, the man, and do it every like 2 to 3 days or every other day or something like that. So I think that's what we were trying to aim for. We didn't want to exhaust ourselves out, but still want to give ourselves plenty of chances to increase our odds of getting pregnant, right? So that's what we were doing. It was like an every 2 or 3 day thing, maybe every day, like if we were up for it, but like we were trying not to do that too much. The Flow app, how it started was that it was a 14-day free trial that I tried out. And after the 14-day period, after the 14-day free trial ends, it will try to get you to subscribe monthly or yearly or something. And it will always have these holiday Black Friday deals. It'll try any kind of gimmick in the book to get you to subscribe and pay a monthly or yearly fee, and I haven't been. It will still show you what your period, your ovulation dates are. You're supposed to enter when you have your period, or if you think that you're pregnant and you do a home pregnancy test, you can enter in the dates that you get pregnant. Or if you get your period, you enter the date when you get your period. And if you have any particular symptoms, let's say like you're bloating, you're tired, you're in a bad mood, or whatever the case is, you just enter that all in, like what your symptoms are, your mood is, whatever, and it will kind of calculate, I guess, kind of figure out what's going on with your body or whatever, or what it thinks it's going on with your body. But it's mostly going off the numbers and the dates that you're giving this Flow app. So like I said, I'll plug in exactly what it kind of looks like so you have an idea. But at this point, my Flow app has kind of switched over to the pregnancy situation, because obviously I'm 17 weeks pregnant. In terms of my diet, I've always eaten really healthy. The last 5 or plus years, 5, 7 years, 8 years, whatever, I've always eaten really healthy. The only one thing I think I've stopped eating is steak, just due to like very personal bad experience. My last steak experience was like, to be honest with you. And in my last pregnancy, I obviously had to eat everything cooked. So I had to eat like well done steak, and honestly, well done steak is like, ugh. If you like it and it's your thing, great. But for me personally, like, I just did not like this well done steak situation. Of course, it's supposed to give you iron, you know, because your body needs iron. Obviously, I've been eating a lot of eggs. Obviously eat your fish, your salmon. So that's my diet. I mean, trying to eat as much eggs as I can. My husband's trying to encourage me to drink milk. He's buying like organic milk for me, which I totally think is a marketing gimmick, by the way, anything organic. To each their own opinion, right? So I've been eating a lot of those things, just trying to be really healthy, because I've always kind of been really healthy in terms of my diet choices. Like, I stay away from like processed hot dogs, chips, junk food, hamburgers. I have my occasional, obviously my burgers. I love my Wendy's burgers, but it's not like I eat it regularly. I eat in moderation, obviously. So, but most of the time, junk food is not really in my diet. So that's something that I'm really happy about, and it's something that I've continued to this day. Obviously, I have I drink my waters. I drink tea. I don't drink coffee. I'm not a coffee drinker, just because it gives me a really bad reaction. So since high school, I've been drinking tea. So now I'm on decaffeinated tea. I try to get my 8 to 9 hours of sleep. Generally, I think I meet those goals. So I'm pretty happy about in terms of my diet level, my lifestyle level. And in terms of exercise, before getting pregnant, I was trying to swim as much as I can, but obviously I'm working and I have already a 4-year-old that I care for. And we do a lot of family walks, especially when the weather becomes nicer in Canada. So we try to like do a lot of like walks, go into nature, go into like kind of parks, take my daughter out for to the parks and stuff. And we just do those kind of activities as a family, go for walks, go swimming together. So those are something that we constantly do. I hope this video gave you some insight and insightful perspective and information as to how I get pregnant fast. But obviously each woman's body is different. Everyone's body is different. Everyone's body responds differently. So, take it with a grain of salt. I hope this gives you some insight and some hope as to how to, progress in your conception journey. Anyways, yeah, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.